Friends, hi. I hope everyone is doing fine. Today in this video, we are going to learn about summarization of external routes in OSPF. In the previous video, we have configured OSPF inter-area summarization, where we had configured summarization command within the area border router. But in case of external route summarization, we will be configuring the command for summarization in the ASBR, that is Autonomous System Border Router, because this router is going to connect between the two different protocols, and here we are going to use OSPF, and on the other side we'll be using EIGRP, as you see in the topological diagram. So the topology is very simple. I have just 4 routers connected via 10 series between R0 to R1, and the IP address have been already pre-configured that you see. And between the R1 to R2, that is R2 is going to be my ASBR router. So the 20 series IP address has been assigned from R1 to R2, and between the ASBR till the R3 router, we have 30 series of IP address that you see here, and this has to be configured for the EIGRP. At the moment, I already have the IP address configured for all these routers. So you can see on the router 0, I have configured 10.1.1.1, and on the router 1, I have the 10 and 20 series of IP address already. So show IP interface brief. You can see the 2 IP address already. I'll just copy this to other router. So on the ASBR router I already have 20 and 30 series of IP address. So you can see 20 and 30. And on the router 3, you have series of IP address. Let's say we need to check the loopback IP address also. So show IP interface brief. Yeah, we got the 2 loopback, and also the status is up. And here also we got 30 series with the status up. So the IPs have been configured with no issues. Now we will configure OSPF on the area 0 for router 0. Configure terminal, router OSPF, process ID 1, network is we got 10.1.1.0 network with /24 subnet mask. So we will take the wildcard mask. So 0.0.0.255. Area is area 0. This is the backbone area. And we'll proceed to area 1. Configure terminal, router OSPF 1 process ID. And we have 2 network, 10.1.1.0, 0.0.0.255, and we got area 0. We have 20 series in area 1. So network 20.1.1.0 wildcard mask, and we have area 1. Okay. We will move to area R2, it is ASBR router, and in ASBR the 20 series is going to be for area 1 in OSPF, And the 30 series is going to be for the EIGRP. So we have to configure two routing protocols, that is OSPF and also EIGRP on this ASBR router. Okay, so let's configure the OSPF first. Configure terminal, router, OSPF process ID, I'll keep 1. Okay, and network 20.1.1.0 and the wildcard mask for /24. Area is 1. Now we'll configure EIGRP, router EIGRP 100, that is the AS number. So network I have here for the ASBR is for 30. So 30.1.1.0 and the wildcard mask. Okay, 255. Here you don't need to give the area. Okay, because EIGRP and no auto summary. Okay, so EIGRP is also configured. If you say show run on the ASBR, you can see the EIGRP and also the OSPF commands. Now we'll go ahead and configure EIGRP for the router 3. On the router 3, configure terminal, okay, router EIGRP 100. And here I would like to allow all the subnets. So I will just take 0.0.0.0. And if you still take /0 also, if you give wildcard mask 255.255.255 and say no auto summary, it's forming a new adjacency. Okay, so if you want to ping from the ASBR to loopback, just check it out. From ASBR to the loopback 100.1.1.1, that's reachable. Even if you go to ping 100.1.2.2, that's also reachable. Okay, so now if you see the routing table for R0, show IP route, you can only see the inter-area route, that is only for the 20, but you're not able to see the routes for 30 and even for 100, okay? Because they are in two different routing protocols. So there is no external routes seen yet, okay? So you need to do the redistribution so that you can advertise the routes of the OSPF in the EIGRP and from EIGRP to your OSPF. So I'm going to add redistribution to this ASBR route. The command is very simple. Configure terminal OSP router EIGRP. So within EIGRP AS number 100, I will redistribute OSPF. This is my process ID metric. This is the EIGRP metric, which is bandwidth. So bandwidth is what? 10,000 with a delay of 20,000. Okay, and if you give a question mark, it's a reliability, so 255. If you give a question mark again, so it's saying for the EIGRP effective bandwidth, I will say 1, and the MTU is what? 500. So 500 is the MTU. Okay. And with this said, we'll also need to advertise AIGRP within OSPF. So router, OSPF, process ID 1, redistribute AIGRP, AS number is 100. Okay. And I'll give the subnet command and control set. So now you have done the redistribution of both the AIGRP and the OSPF. So let's go ahead and check the routing table. So here you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 routes. Okay. And 20 series is obviously your inter area because it's an area 1. 30 series is your external route. Okay. And the 100 series or your loopback net IP address. So at the moment, I have 100.0.0.0 with /24, but I want to summarize this. I do not want to see these two routes separately. I would like to combine it to something that looks like 100.1.0.0 with /16. So, so my goal is to make this look like 100.1.0.0. Let's take 17. Okay. This is what I would like to summarize. Let's configure the summarization command in the ASBR router. The command is very simple. Go to configuration terminal, OSPF, router OSPF 1, the process ID, summary address. So we are going to summarize this 100.1.1.1 with the /24 and 100.1.2.2 with /24 to one single network, which is 100.1.0.0 with /17. So let's keep that 100.1.0.0. And if you give a question mark, it's asking for the summary mask. So the mask here is 17. So 255.255. If I borrow 1 bit, that's going to be 128. So this is going to be /17. Okay. So that's the end of the command. And I'll just save this configuration. So this is how you can configure the summarization of the command at your ASBR for the external routes in OSPF. You can go to the router 0 and see the routing table, show IP route. You can see instead of the earlier 2-line command that you see here, you had 100.1.1.0 and 2.0. Now you see you just have one network, which is 100.0.0.0/17. This is exactly what you see here in the routing table. Now you should also be able to ping this loopback IP address from the router. So from the router 0, you will be still ping 100.1.1.1. Okay, and you can also ping 100.0.0.0 1.2.2. So that's also working. Okay. So that's all about the summarization of the external routes in OSPF at their ASBR router. I hope that this video has been informative to you all. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.